sins are forgiven, my son.
I thought only God could do that.
Jesus heals the sick and walks on water in an upcoming Hollywood epic, Son of God.
Are you the Son of God?
I am.
It's one of a slew of major movies in the works with big directors and big stars based on the Bible.
There's quite a few Bible epics coming out in 2014. We've got Noah, which is a big budget retelling of the famous Noah story. And then we have Exodus, which is Ridley Scott's take on Moses and that story, and that's starring Christian Bale. This religious audience hasn't really been served by Hollywood at all in the past decade, and so I think this year studios are trying to reach out to that audience.
Also in the pipeline, Mary, Mother of Christ, starring 16-year-old Israeli actress Odeya Rush. Last year's Oscar winner Ong Lee will direct Gods and Kings, another Moses flick.
You saw heaven? What does it look like? It's beautiful.
Not biblical, but strongly religious, Heaven is for Real, starring Greg Kinnear, is based on the best-selling book about a pastor's 4-year-old son who became critically ill, went to heaven, sat on Jesus' lap, and then came back to tell about it. All of this is less about piety and more in line with Hollywood's more traditional worship of Mammon, the god of greed.
It's really about money. I think Hollywood has realized that the Christian audience is a really big audience. There are about 91 million evangelical Christians in the U.S. And for Hollywood, that represents a sizable market.
That audience doesn't go for the usual Hollywood formula of special effects, sex, and violence. Of course, Hollywood is known for using dramatic license and sometimes taking liberties with the stories it brings to the screen. But when you're dealing with what many people believe is the Holy Scripture, that could be a bad idea.
It's a really fine line because you do have to be really loyal to the text. People get upset anytime a true story is kind of changed or twisted for the movies, but I think that would be magnified with the Bible because so many people are so passionate about these stories, and it is tied to faith and religion, which is a whole nother ballgame.
Still to be revealed whether studio executives' faith in evangelical audiences will result in heavenly ticket sales or unleash the fifth horseman of the Hollywood apocalypse, the box office flop. Rob Reynolds, Al Jazeera, Hollywood.